Cam. All right, you guys, check this out. So I don't know what's going on really, but but I follow your boy. I follow your boy Nickmercs. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, me and Nickmercs we're about the same age. Well, he's like I think he's a year younger than me. Um, I see a lot of similarities between him and I. It's kind of fucked up what's going on with him. Uh, Dude made a comment about let's just call them the Pride people. Uh, what up, Flex? Um, he made a comment about the Pride people. He has a kid. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, like we want to raise our kids the way we want to raise them. We don't need somebody in a school to talk to kids about sexualities and whatever. So, um, so apparently, like the dude made a comment, just released the skin on Call of Duty, and then Call of Duty took it away, and now there's just this whole scuffle going on with this BS, which is kind of weird. It's kind of strange. I mean, it is what it is. Everybody has their own opinions and whatever. But it's like if you speak about this, and then if you got like a name, and you got a big brand, and like it could just easily get canceled. You know what I'm saying? No, he didn't make a comment about pride. He made a comment saying keep the kids out of it. I mean, bro, let me Google this. Let me Google the tweet. Let's see what he did. I'm just saying, like, okay, but even though he said that, like, you know, like about his kids, I don't know why my shit Wayne, bruh. What? Flakes, what are you talking about? Anyways, let me just get into this quick vid. I mean, it's not a quick vid, bro. I just want to react to this YouTube video, see what it's about, go from there, and see what's up. I'm trying to see if I can see. I want to see. Listen, Flakes, I want to see the chat and everything too. But if I can't see it, you can't be mad, bruh. Cause you be getting mad for no reason. We getting look at that. Now I did some weird shit. Now I did some weird shit. Fuck. No, just right there. And then we got this here. All right, hold up. Trying to set this up. So I can see this dude talking or whatever. Anyways, all right. So let's just get into this real quick. I don't know how much time I got, but I definitely want to fucking.
So I've got some good news, I've got some bad news, we're gonna get into all of it in a second, but first, let's just recap this situation. A video gets posted to Twitter of a protest happening after a school board meeting where basically there was a proposal to introduce something LGBT related to the school, and it was protested by some parents, and I don't know what happened, but basically some violence took place there, which led to sort of this viral video that got posted. A popular gamer, streamer, YouTuber, Nickmercs responded by saying, "They should leave little children alone, that's the real issue." And myself and many other people completely agree with Nickmercs that this is a real issue.
See what I'm saying? So like, it's all I'm saying is that's what he tweeted. We should leave the kids alone, which we should. I think at a certain age point when kids are able to understand, that's when we should have this conversation. He made a tweet saying, "All I know is keep the kids out of it." Carl was like, "Nah, we celebrate pride with everyone here and don't appreciate the comment." There we go. Debate done. I mean, you're right. Debate is done. I mean, but they made it a bigger deal than what it really is. Like, why cancel Nickmercs? Like, there's no need for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, again, you guys can't tell us how we want to raise our kids. You know what I'm saying? So if we find out that our kids are being taught about this specific topic in school, I mean, we can say, no, we don't want this being taught to our kids. So we can have them go to a different class, pull them out the class, pull them out the school, put them in a different school. Like, we can do that. You guys can't tell us that we cannot do that. No one's gonna let him be canceled. He ain't canceled. Mama, a true, genuine guy. Everyone loves him. Listen, you know what I mean. I'm not saying like he's canceled. You know what I'm saying? But like, like they they pulled his skin away. Whatever. Like, this is gonna cause some issues, but I mean, at the end of the day, it's not really gonna hurt him. Because at the end of the day, like, he supports everybody, so he doesn't. I'm the same way. Like, I don't really care. You know, like, I don't really care. No, because listen, that's y'all thing. Listen. I'm a fan of Nickmercs. It's something to talk about, so I'm like, fuck it. Let me watch. Let me see what's going on. What happened? I'm interested in it. Like, it's fucked up because it's like, bro, it's like, if you guys seen the Dave Chappelle special, he even talks about this too. It's like, this community is so powerful. But what about the black community? Black people go through shit every day. Minorities go through shit every day. So it's like, but if a minority makes it a problem, it's not that big a deal. But if we mention something about a minority group or whatever, it's not that big a deal. We say one little thing about this specific group, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. It's like, like, you're the devil. Like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Everybody's soft nowadays, and that's what I'm trying to say. Is like, yo, I had this conversation before on one of my TikTok lives, and I even said it. I was like, yo, like, don't worry about. Nah, listen. What, cancel for what, bro? Cancel for what? I got nothing going on. Okay. All I'm saying is, like, yeah, in that specific group shouldn't give a fuck about what people say or think about you. People can look at me and say whatever they want about me. I don't care. I don't care. At the end of the day, people judge people no matter what, with the clothes that they wear, the way they speak, the way they look, the way they talk, what they drive, their jobs, the way they, you know what I'm saying? Like, people judge people no matter what. We judge people by the house that they live in, the area that they live in, where they grew up. Oh, you grew up from here. Oh, you must be, something. I'm just saying, like, everybody does it. Nobody's gonna stop that. Nobody's gonna change that. So everybody has their own opinion. Anybody can say whatever the fuck they want. Nobody can go around and start fucking tape people's mouths shut or stapling their mouths shut. Nobody can fucking do that. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's gonna say something about something. Everybody has an opinion about everything. It doesn't fucking matter. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yo, who gives a fuck about what he says? And this is the problem with the internet, or whatever the fuck you want to call this. Like, yo, social media is crazy. You can say whatever the fuck you want and people are gonna react to it. Yo, why waste your time reacting to it when you can just live your fucking life? This is what I've been trying to say for the longest. I like, yo, why put so much fucking energy into something that you're not gonna change that person's mind, opinion, or whatever? Like, we don't care. We care about our life, and that's it. We care about our life, our family, and that's it. We don't care about what the fuck y'all do. We don't care about the things y'all do. We don't care if y'all like dick or pussy or fucking feet or whatever the fuck dumb people like. It doesn't matter. We like our thing, y'all like y'all thing, that's it. Listen, at the end of the day, if people want their kids to be taught this in school, hey, that's on them. It's who's ever the parent, the guardian of the child. That's it. So again, I feel the same way with Nick. All I'm saying is, like, yo, I don't want my kid to be taught this. This is my job. My job is to inform my child in this. And again, I'm going to raise my child to respect everybody, no matter what they look like, what they're wearing, the way they talk. It doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? It's on us to raise our kids, or, younger brothers or sisters, whatever. It's our job as adults to, I don't want to say educate, but just, like, show them respect, teach them respect, no matter what anybody looks or whatever. And again, kids copy what we do. So if we talk shit about somebody, if we react to about somebody, we treat somebody differently or whatever, they're gonna mimic and do exactly what we do. So again, it's on us, right? Again, listen, another thing too, I've been watching a lot of like, killers caught on camera, or like the like these guys, they catch predators, who are like talking to who are trying to link up with like underage kids, right? One of the videos that I watched, it was he was a fucking teacher. He was a fucking teacher. And this teacher was gonna meet up with a 13 or 14-year-old kid. I don't even know if it was a girl or boy, but still, it doesn't matter. 14, 13-year-old, and this grown ass man was gonna meet up. Like, imagine that. We don't even know the shit that we don't know these teachers. You know what I'm saying? We send our kids to school and we don't even know the fucking teachers. We don't know what type of shit they're into, and we're trusting these teachers with our kids, and obviously we're trusting that there's a certain process of making sure that the teachers that are getting hired for these positions get a background check, are being thoroughly watched and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But just imagine, this guy is a teacher teaching like middle school kids. So it's like, even a process, even a background check or whatever is not even enough. So it's just like, imagine, like, I don't want my kid to be around a pedophile. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that those people are pedophiles. I'm just saying, like, it was a teacher who is a pedophile. You know what I'm saying? Again, we don't know the type of people that, we don't know everybody. We don't know what type of people are people. We're not going to go up and ask somebody, hey, what, are you a pedophile or not? First of all, who's going to fucking admit to that? Nobody. Okay? Nobody. All right? Especially when your job is a teacher. You're risking your job. You know what I'm saying? All that education, the college, whatever, all that shit's going to go to shits because of that. So, nobody's going to admit to it. And, you know what I'm saying? Like, again, it's none of our business. Obviously, we're trusting teachers to do their job and teach our kids, math, English, whatever, what it is that they need to obviously make it in life, right? So when it comes to, I don't even know what they want to teach in school in regards to this situation, about sexuality or whatever. I understand in high school, we learn about health, right? We learn about, the man, the woman. So it's like, how is it going to be taught now? It's like, okay, so this is a human being that has a dick, and then this is another human being that doesn't have a dick. So now we can't even say this is a female or a male. We can't even say this is a girl or a boy. So it's like, how would that even, like, you're just going to fucking confuse the fuck out of these kids. So it's like, that's it. Even I can't even fucking beat around it, because I'm like, yo, this is a man, this is a female. Like, what other way can you go around it? Like, if you're gonna mind fuck me, and I'm already mind fucked as it is right now, just imagine a fucking kid. Like, no, just leave it alone. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just. Listen, this is a topic that is just like, honestly, there's no winning. Nobody's winning in this when it comes to this topic. Nobody. But again, like I said, as adults, parents, guardians of their child, it's our responsibility if we want our child to be educated in this. Okay? If they come up to us and ask us, then yeah, fuck it. Like, there's not a problem. You know what I'm saying? Like, again, our job is to make sure we tell our kids, hey, listen, they're no different from you and I. They're human beings just like us. That's it. Like, it doesn't need to get any further than that. Again, at the end of the day, if your child likes, the same sex, it doesn't matter. Who cares? They're still your kid. But then again, when, religion comes into play, and religion saying that this is a sin and this and that, whatever, this is the third. Listen, at the end of the day, you live your life. the way you want to live your life. You know what I'm saying? If you don't like to be judged on because of that, then you just keep your business to yourself. You don't need to air it out. You know what I'm saying? That's it. That's it. That shit sounds dumb. Never thought about it like that. That would fuck me up. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, it's just crazy because like when you talk about this shit really like gets people going. Like, for what? Who cares? You know what? For example, like I said, I had this conversation. I was on a live and I did that. Read the rest of my comments. To me, I already read it, bro. It says kids are gonna grow up thinking they can choose what they want to be like. It's a job or some shit like that. Too much information for them at a young age. They need to mature and know more and develop more. Exactly. No, you're right. And that's what I'm saying. Just let them be. Let them do whatever like. Let them be a kid, bro. Let them be a kid. Let them grow up. Let them, like, listen, my opinion is, listen, I feel like the majority of the people who, listen, I mean, I feel like it's because of experience, something that happened, and then something happened to them that made them, whatever. I don't think listen, I don't believe that someone's, like, born a boy and there's like, yeah, I always felt like a female. Like, I don't know. Again, if you're a kid and you like playing with Barbies, okay, so what? There's nothing wrong with that. A toy's a toy. You know what I'm saying? A girl that likes to play with monster trucks, it doesn't matter. Who cares? Doesn't mean that she's a boy. Like, she just has a different interest in something else. And the majority of the time, these kids are interested in things that are that they saw somebody play with. They saw maybe their brother or their sister or their parents playing with it, and they want to play with it too. You get what I'm saying? Or they were introduced to it before this. So then it's just like they're just gonna go with the flow. They don't know. They're growing. They don't know. So of course they're just gonna. If we present them something, a toy, they're just gonna play with it. They don't know what it is. So like again, so then we're wrong for that. So if I have a boy and I buy him a monster truck, am I in the fucking wrong? Because and then no, this is the thing too. They say that we're influencing our kids. Like, what the fuck? So you're telling me I gotta take my child, my son, to a store and then let him decide what the fuck he wants? He doesn't know. Matter of fact, he's probably just gonna go for the brightest thing that pops out. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's gonna look for a color that just that just like boom, that pops. Like red pops, yellow pops, like orange. Like, he's not gonna go for something dark, obviously. But that's what I'm saying is like, are we gonna fucking blame colors now? Are we gonna say colors are influencing our fucking kids? Like, what the fuck? So if I fucking buy my son a fucking monster truck, I'm in the wrong because I'm influencing my child? Like, get the fuck out of here. Like, so you're telling me I need to fucking buy a doll and a truck and then hand it to my son and let him decide? No, I'm not doing that. If that's what y'all want to do, y'all can go ahead and do that shit. Okay? But if you're going to tell me that, oh, I influenced my son because I bought him a fucking monster truck toy, like, what the fuck? Please, like, no. At the end of the day, you stay in your lane, I'm gonna stay in my lane. Don't tell me how to raise my child, how to do things with my child. If you're telling me I influenced him, I don't give a fuck. It's my life, my child. You raise the way you want to raise your kid, I'm gonna raise my kid the way I want to raise him. And that's that. It's as simple as that. You mind your own business. But the problem nowadays is people are in fucking people's business, especially the fucking teachers who want to teach this shit. Just fucking do your job and just fucking teach. Again, whatever it is that they want to teach about sexuality, I mean, I think high school is fine. I just don't know, like, I felt like health class was fine for me. Learning about the organs, reproductive, whatever the fuck. How men and a woman, boom, make a baby, all that. Protection, all that shit. That's fine. Fucking kids are fucking at that age anyways in high school. So, again, how we gonna stop that shit, huh? Why don't we talk about that? Why don't we talk about fucking kids fucking 13, 14, 15, 16-year-old girls getting pregnant. Why don't we talk about that shit? How's that not a topic to talk about? But no, we talking about fucking, you know, uh, I don't, bro. At this point, it's like bleh, to me. That's how I feel about it. Cause it's just it's not to me. It's nothing important. Okay, and the reason why they make this a fucking big deal is because there's kids out there who feel that they can't be themselves. They can't express themselves. You know who to fucking blame? The fucking parents. Blame their parents for not making them feel accepted. Okay, so maybe the parents need to be a little bit more accepting of their child. If they know that their son likes boys, okay, fuck it. It is what it is. Don't treat them differently. Don't talk down to them. Don't make them feel like shit. If you got a daughter and your daughter likes girls, so what? You know what I'm saying? Again, don't. That's the parents that you need to go after. Those are the ones that you need to be like, yo, you're making your child feel this way. And then guess what happens with that child? That child grows up to being very antisocial, like very to themselves, to the point where they feel like they got nobody to rely on. And guess what? Guess what they start thinking? They start thinking about hurting themselves. They start saying, because their parents are like, especially if they're religious parents, they're gonna be like, like this is a sin. You shouldn't be doing that. You're not gonna go to heaven. So imagine what all these things going through a kid's mind when they're hearing all this shit from their parents. They're gonna be like, oh my God, God doesn't love me. Like I'm doing, I'm a sinner. Like what's my point? What's my reasoning in life then? If I feel this way, and then so many people are telling them that the way I'm feeling, it's not the right way. Like this is the problem. The problem is the people talking down to these kids who feel a certain way. If a girl is playing with monster trucks, us as parents, we should not be like, no, you shouldn't be playing with that. No, it's okay. Let it be. Obviously, she wants to play with it for a reason. We shouldn't be yanking the fucking, be like, no, that's for boys. We shouldn't do that. Because that's the problem. We're making our kids feel like they can't be themselves around us. So, parents, listen. At the end of the day, they're your kids. You took the responsibility of taking care of them. Your job is to love them, protect them, and be there for them no matter what. And make them feel secure and protected. Imagine if a kid cannot feel that when they're at home, in their own home. So that's why these kids are hurting themselves. They grow up with this fucking shit in their mind. It's like they're mind fucked and they're just like, what's my purpose in life? And guess what happens? They hurt themselves. They commit suicide because of shit like that. And that's why this community is speaking up, because of the shit that they've been through as they were getting older, as they grew up. Again, I can't speak for them. This is what I feel about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what I think. Again, somebody in that community could tell me I'm wrong, that no, that's not it, or whatever. But I'm just saying, like, again, I understand that if my son tells me like, hey dad, I like boys, okay, it is what it is. What am I gonna fucking tell him? He's my son. I love my son. Any if I had a boy or a girl, it doesn't matter. If my son tells me like, hey daddy, I like boys, I'm like, all right, it is what it is. I'm not gonna talk down on him. I'm not gonna make him feel like shit. I'm not gonna tell him, oh my God, no, that's the devil's work, or you're not gonna go to heaven. I don't care. All I care about is that my son is happy. You know what I'm saying? He's happy and he's doing well. He has goals in life. He has, like he wants to do good for himself. That's all I care about. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna fucking degrade him. I'm not gonna fucking abandon him. No. I'm gonna support my son no matter what. It doesn't matter. Now my job as a parent is to make sure he understands, like, hey, listen, there's people out there who are judgmental, okay? And all my job is to make sure to toughen him up, give him, like, I have thick skin, so I want him to have thick skin. Don't let people's words affect you. Don't let people, whatever they fucking say or think about you because you like men. Listen, don't let that affect you. At the end of the day, care about your happiness, and that's it. But just know that there's people out there. Again, he's Puerto Rican. People don't like Puerto Ricans. People don't like black people. People don't like African Americans. People don't like Indians. People don't like white people. People don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, people are racist, man. You can't stop that. We can't stop that. No matter how much awareness we bring to this, we cannot stop this. Bullying, we cannot stop. Bullying is an everyday thing. It's at home, it's at school, it's at work, it's everywhere. We cannot stop this shit. Our job as parents, knowing this, is that we need to toughen up our kids and let them know, like, yo, don't let people affect you. And the majority of the time, it's words. It's fucking words. Now, when it comes to a physical altercation, that's something different. Obviously, we need to train our kids to defend themselves. Obviously, we don't want our kids to fight. But guess what? I guarantee you, every day there's a fight in school. I guarantee it. Again, I'm not looking at numbers. I'm not looking at stats. I'm just going by again, this is my thoughts, my opinions. I'm not looking at no fucking research paper or nothing like that. Okay? All I'm trying to say is, like, yo, we cannot stop these things because people judge people regardless. People talk regardless. People say things about people. It's not gonna stop. You get what I'm saying? And then if we share our fucking opinions on a certain topic, and then, you know, especially if you have such a big platform and you got businesses or sponsors and shit like that, and then just because they don't want to hurt this community, they're like, oh no, we gotta remove you from our business. We gotta remove you because we don't support what you're saying about this community. Like, what the fuck? Call of Duty, check this out. Okay, if you're so concerned about that community, you know that people in the chat be saying the N-word, and guess how many African Americans, black, like, do you not know how many of those people in that community play Call of Duty? So why not, if y'all care about that, if y'all care about the certain communities, then why don't you fucking cancel the motherfuckers saying the N-words or disrespecting motherfuckers in the fucking game? Why don't you fucking take care of that community, huh? I'm Hispanic. They can call me spick. They can call me wetback. They can call me whatever the fuck they want. Again, it doesn't bother me. But I'm just saying, if you guys give a fuck so much about fucking communities or a certain specific group, why don't you take care of that shit? Y'all fucking watching people play. Y'all hear the shit in the fucking chat lobbies. People report people. I don't know if everybody gets fucking canceled or loses their account and shit, but then again, they could just make another fucking account. So again, you're fucking coming at, you know, somebody because he made a comment stating that, you know, the way he wants his kids to be raised or whatever. But again, if you care about every group, every community, then I feel like it should be the same for everybody. That's just my take on that. That's how I feel about that. You know what I'm saying? So again, if that's what you're so at the end, and on top of that too, wouldn't you care about, you know, you care about your video game, right? You care about Call of Duty, whatever, right? Now, I mean, are we gonna start fucking looking at numbers and be like, how many of this community buys Call of Duty? How many of this community buys Call of Duty? I guarantee you, the majority of the people that play Call of Duty are not from that community. I guarantee you that. I be playing Call of Duty. I don't hear nobody, hey baby, what's good? I don't hear somebody talking like that. Okay? And again, listen, I know everybody in that community do not speak like that. Not all feminine and shit. Okay? All I'm saying is, like, that's not the only community group that plays your game. You got African Americans, you got Latinos, you got Hispanics, you got Americans, you got Indians, you got all over the world. You got all types of community playing your game. And because this specific community gets so fucking butthurt, one guy makes a fucking comment and then you pull his skin away. Like, you make this more complicated than what it really is. Like, that's so stupid, man. That is so stupid. Again, freedom of speech. We can say whatever the fuck we want. All right. Yes, I get it. When you're sponsored or whatever, you have, you work with companies, shit like that. Listen, I understand the companies might be like, listen, we gotta cut ties. That's fine. That's understandable. But it's like, how much is that really gonna affect you though? How much of those people are really gonna like, how does that affect your business? Like, people are still gonna buy Call of Duty no matter what. And like I said, the majority of your community, I guarantee you, are not part of that community. Again, I guarantee you, Nick is not the only person thinking the same way. He's getting a lot of support. A lot of people back him up. So what the fuck are you gonna do? You gonna cancel them too, or you're not gonna let them have access to playing Call of Duty now? I mean, cause listen, at the end of the day, these motherfuckers can just easily just, like, Dr. Disrespect uninstalled the game and did it, like, he did it and recorded it and showed it. Like, this is what I'm gonna fucking do. But then again, he can obviously upload it and play it offline, off live. Like, regardless of what, people are still gonna play this fucking game. Regardless, it doesn't matter. Okay. All I'm saying is that that community is not the only community in the fucking world. That's all I'm saying. So it's like, for you guys to feel some type of way or cut certain ties with Nick because of a comment, I guarantee you there's people in that work for Activision. There's people that probably work for that company and feel the same way as Nick. So what the fuck are you gonna do? Fire those people? That's crazy. You're gonna fire somebody because of of who they support. Like, what? Everybody has different religions, right? So what, you're telling me if I run a fucking company, I only want to hire Christians? Oh, you're a Catholic? Oh no, I can't. You can't work for me. What? That's discrimination. You can't do that. It's just like, I don't want to hire white folks. Somebody comes in, oh, you're here for an interview? Oh no, sorry, you're white. I can't. I don't hire white folks. Like, what? We're not doing that. You can't do that. And on top of that, that's discrimination. You can get in trouble for that shit. So what the fuck? Anyways, that's my rant about that. Let's watch this, this wild update on the Nickmercs drama. But like I said, that's just how I feel about it. Y'all can agree, y'all can disagree with me. I don't care. At the end of the day, everybody has their own opinions and facts about the situation, and that's that. And that's that. Like, I don't care. At the end of listen, I respect people. I respect people. I don't care. You can come at me however you want. At the end of the day, I'm still gonna live my life. I don't give a fuck. If it bothers you so much, then that's on you. It's not gonna bother me. It's not at all.
In my last video, I brought up some examples of how kids are able to check out books in the school library in some schools, and these books contain literally sexually explicit imagery. It's porn. So the idea is that we don't want public schools to just be exposing children to sexual content. And a lot of this sexual content...
Listen, my thing... Okay, so at the end of the day, this is why our job as parents is that we have to be aware of what our kids are doing, especially like he just said right now, the books, right? Kids have access to go into the library, and I'm sure there's books about, male and female, right? And I mean, shit, like, again, just like the internet, man. Just like cell phones. Like, yo, I be on Omegle, which is an online chat, and there's kids on this fucking app. Underage kids, 12, 13, 14, 15. Like, what the fuck? And on top of that, on this fucking app, there's dudes playing with themselves. And there's kids seeing this shit. Why don't we talk about that shit? Again, it comes down to us as parents to make sure we're aware of what our kids are doing, especially when they have a phone, when they're on a computer. We don't know, and we need to be aware of these things and tell them like, yo, you should not be doing this. This is not for kids. You know what I'm saying? But then you got some sick motherfuckers doing that shit. So it's like, it's not our fault. You know what I'm saying? But our job is to like be aware of what's going on, what our kids doing. So it's like, no, you guys can't have access to this, or we're gonna have to fucking actually, like babysit our kids, like, and watch them do everything. Like if they're gonna be on a computer, I guess be right there with them and be like, okay, this is what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think it's just be more involved, is what I'm saying. Is we need to be more involved in this in the situation. Um, it's tough because like he just said, like, yo, there's access to books. Imagine the internet. Imagine cell phones. Like, you could pretty much do anything on the fucking internet. You could do anything on the phone. You could talk to strangers and you don't even know who the fuck you're talking to. And you could be on a video chat with strangers. And you're gonna come across these fucking nasty motherfuckers over here playing with themselves. And these kids are on this fucking app. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, why are we not fighting about these certain websites that are accessible? Again, another issue is too, look at Twitch, right? Listen, Twitch is supposed to be like, I don't know, they want to even TikTok too, right? They're promoting their stuff, gaming, lives, whatever. And they're trying to base they're trying to, I guess, get attention from the kids, from the youth, right? But then you got fucking women, okay? Because I'm not even saying men, okay? You got women on here in the pools, hot tub category, in a fucking bikini, fucking got a mirror behind their ass so you can see their fucking ass. Pretty much fucking tetas out and shit. Covering just the nips. You see everything else. Right? What the fuck, Twitch? What the fuck, TikTok? What the fuck? I post a fucking scene of Ted, of them from Ted 2 about when they were in the sperm room, and guess what happens to my video, my clip that I posted up? Oh, fucking community guidelines. I got suspended, or I couldn't post any. Like, what the fuck? I just posted a video clip. That's all I did. That's all I did. But then if you scroll on TikTok, you see fucking girls dancing in a bikini. You see girls just fucking bending over, twerking. You got, like, what the fuck? And then you want to say, oh, we're, like we're, this is supposed to be a family friendly app and blah, blah, blah. Like, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Okay? Family friendly my ass. If that was the case, y'all would have canceled all these females. Y'all would have canceled the females on TikTok. Y'all would have canceled the females on fucking Twitch. Y'all would have not even made that a fucking category. Pools and hot tub? I don't even know what the fucking... There's another pool, hot tub. I don't know what the fuck. All I'm saying is like, yo, y'all not making this any better. You know what I'm saying? You got young boys and girls coming on these apps, TikTok and Twitch, scrolling through categories, seeing half-naked women, because I don't see no half-naked men doing this shit. You know why? Because men are not going to get views if they're half-ass naked on this app. You know why? You got sick men. You got sick motherfuckers on this shit. It's and these females know what the fuck they're doing, and they're taking advantage of these fucking apps. And the people behind running these apps, TikTok and Twitch, I guarantee you are men too. I guarantee you they're men, and they're allowing it. That's not fair. If that's what they want to fucking do, then why don't they get on a fucking porn app? Okay, get on start OnlyFans. There's your shit. But these, I gotta say women, because I don't see no men doing this shit. These women know what the fuck they're doing. They know what they're promoting. They know who they're attracting. That's why they continue to post on TikTok. That's why they continue to promote TikTok and Twitch. Instagram, whatever. Like, why don't you stop that from happening? That would help. Especially since you guys know kids are watching these things, watching these videos, watching these people go live and streaming shit. But you can't fucking cuss on TikTok, though. You can't say fuck. You can't say fuck me, fuck this, fuck that. You can't say shit. You can't say bitch. You can't say shit. If you say anything, boom, they cancel you. They take out your privilege of going live and shit. But then you got a fucking woman laying down in a fucking beach in a bikini, half-ass naked, and that girl doesn't fucking get canceled. She could go live anytime she fucking wants. Like, what? Because she's making TikTok money? Because people are gifting her left and right? Twitch, same thing. Because she's getting subs, she's getting donate. I mean, I think the donations go straight to her. But because they're buying bits, they're subbing to her channel, so Twitch gets half of that. Like, again, if Twitch canceled it, they will lose money. If TikTok canceled it, they will lose money. So it's all about the money. At this point, it's not even about that community. It's not about the youth anymore. It's not about the kids. It's all about the fucking money. To them, it's about the money. It's not even about the kids. But when it comes to the school shit, when we don't want our kids to be educated with a certain topic, it's a problem. The teachers get, oh no, this needs to be brought up. This needs to be taught to the kids. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. At the end of the day, it's our decision. It's not y'all's. You know? So again, it's all about the money. I don't see how this makes more money for them to do this. Because I don't think it's about the money. It's just more about like preventing kids from feeling a certain way, that they feel like they're not accepted by their own family in their own home. And then it'll limit the kids hurting themselves, committing suicide, and so on and so on. I'm sure that's what it is. That's what it comes down to, really. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm sure this can affect a kid. I'm sure it will. But it's not only just because of their sexuality that kids get bullied for. Kids get bullied because they're fat. Kids get bullied because they're short. Kids get bullied because of their nationality. Like, what are we gonna fucking do about that? There's nothing that we can do. There's nothing that could be done. That's an everyday thing. You cannot stop that shit. So it's like for this community to get butthurt about a parent who say he just doesn't want his child to, you know what I'm saying, all he's saying is keep the kids out of it. That's all Nickmercs said. Keep the kids out of it. Exactly. We don't need to get them involved. Let the kids be kids. And the only thing I gotta say is to the parents of these kids who come up to them and tell their parents, like, hey, if it's your son telling you, hey, daddy, I like boys, or mommy, I like boys, yo, support them. Support them. If your daughter comes up to you and tells you, hey, daddy or mommy, I like girls, support them. If your son comes up to you and tells you, hey, daddy, I like to play with Barbies, hey, accept that. If your daughter comes up to you and says, hey, daddy or mommy, I like to play with monster trucks, accept that. When we start telling our kids that know that they're doing wrong, that's when they start hiding that shit. That's when they start doing things that we told them that we did not support, said that it was wrong. They're going to start doing those things behind our back. And when our kids feel like they can't feel at home in their own home with their own parents, that's when they start shutting down. That's when they start feeling like their life isn't worth shit because their own parents didn't give a shit about them or what they were interested in. Okay? So that's the problem. Okay? We just need to be accepting and supportive to our own kids. That's what it comes down to. If we start doing that, kids are not gonna hurt themselves. Kids are not gonna be quiet. They're gonna be like, oh, I could talk to my mom about anything. I could talk to my dad about anything. Older brothers and sisters, I could talk to them about anything. Grandparents too. And grandparents, it sucks because they're old school. So obviously, they were raised a certain way, in certain beliefs and stuff like that. And that could obviously impact a child too. But again, parents help educate your parents. You know what I'm saying? The grandparents, educate them. Just let them know, like, listen, we're in a time where, regardless of what time, we should all accept and respect human beings no matter what color skin, no matter tall, short, fat, skinny, nationality, sexuality. It doesn't matter, man. If we all respected everybody, this would not be a fucking problem. We wouldn't have to talk and include our youth, our kids involved in this situation. This is why they want to start bringing this up to kids, because of that. To prevent kids from feeling that they're alone in this world and prevent them from hurting themselves. I get that. But this is not the way to do it. Let a kid be a kid. A kid is still learning. Like, even when you fucking graduate high school, you're still learning. You're still experimenting. Like, let them experiment, bruh. That's just it. Teach what you gotta teach at school, and that's it. When it comes to sexuality shit, that's on them, man. Let the kids figure that shit out. Let the kids figure out what they like. Again, listen, kids have a group of people that they hang out with. What are we gonna fucking attack their group of people that influence them too? That peer pressure kids to do things that they shouldn't be doing at that age? Start smoking? Kids smoke? Why are we not talking about that? Why not we not bringing that in awareness? Again, they see their parents smoke, they can be like, oh, my dad and mom does it, so I can do it too. And we teach our kids what? Yeah, the dare, I forgot what it was, but I remember we had dare, and they'll be like, smoking is bad for you, drinking is bad for you. You shouldn't drink and smoke, this and that. Okay? So we can tell our kids not to drink and smoke, right? For health reasons, right? So again, us as parents, if we do it, it's kind of like, we do it. So that education is pointless. You know what I'm saying? Again, I feel like certain things should be taught, other things shouldn't. You know what I'm saying? So it's like if you send your kids to a Catholic school, I'm sure the Catholic schools are fucking telling these kids, like, yo, if you like the same sex, it's a sin. Like, so what are we gonna do? Cancel Catholic schools now? You can't. You can't. You can't.
For some reason is able to be exposed to kids because it's done so under the guise of it being LGBT acceptant. This book called The Gender Queer, which I guess queer LGBT, right? There's a debate as to whether or not it's appropriate to have in classrooms because of its explicit images of oral. We don't support that. We don't believe that it's good, productive, or that it instills any good values. That it's good, productive, or that it instills any good values because of its.
I want to see what it says. The graphic novel has been at the center of debate on whether it is appropriate for schools to have in their classrooms and libraries because of its explicit images of oral sex. Again, at what age group should be involved in this? Like, if a kid is interested in this or this, again, why is this topic a topic though? Like, why is a kid thinking about this? Again, if I'm just gonna go with a boy, if a boy is interested in finding out about sexualities about boys, first of all, how old the fuck are you? If you're first of all, nobody should be fucking underage, point blank, period. I'm just saying, okay? Because, like, again, like, there's a reason why do we tell kids to protect themselves because of diseases sexual diseases and shit like that. Okay, so yeah, we at that point, if they have the urge and they like somebody, they want to do something with somebody at that age, I don't think out of 13, 14, I would say 16 is probably, oh, you know what I'm saying? But us as parents is to just educate our kids and just let them know, like, you protect yourselves. You know what I'm saying? But when you're a fucking kid, like, no, man, no. So again, if a kid is coming at you and he's 10, 11, 12 years old and coming to you with this fucking book, listen, I'm saying this, you got to be respectful, you got to be supportive, and ask questions. Ask questions on why is this book so interesting to you? Majority of the time, I guarantee you, it's gonna be because of their friends. Be like, oh, did you see this book? You're always gonna have that person in your group where it's gonna be like, oh my god, you're not gonna believe what I just saw. Blah blah. In this book, check it out, whatever. That's how things get brought up in school. Oh my god, yo, you gotta try out this cigarette I smoked the first time and it was so amazing. Blah blah blah. That's how that shit goes. You know what I'm saying? A kid is gonna tell us that, like, oh, they were influenced by so and so. They're not gonna tell us a teacher did this, because even a teacher shouldn't do this. A teacher should not educate kids in this. And then on top of that, what gives the teacher the right to teach these things? We don't even know what type of teacher this person is outside of school. And the reason why I say that again is because, like I said, I just watched a couple videos, and one of the videos, it was like these guys that they act like they're a kid, and they trap these pedophiles on these fucking apps and shit, and they meet up, and when they met up, there's a grown-ass man trying to meet up with a 14 or 13-year-old, and he was a fucking teacher. So just imagine, we don't even know these fucking teachers should be around our kids. So let alone, why the fuck are we gonna trust a teacher that we don't even know as a pedo educate our kids? That means we can't even trust the process, the background checks. We can't trust those people because they're not doing a fucking good job. If they're allowing a pedo be a teacher out of middle school, like, what the fuck?
It's explicit images of oral. We don't support that. We don't believe that it's good, productive, or that it instills any good values into kids. It is degenerate material that does not belong anywhere near kids, let alone in a freaking classroom. So Nickmercs make the point, they should just leave children alone, okay?
Listen, and we should leave them alone. Let them be kids. Let them enjoy their childhood. Like, it's bad enough that parents have to fucking talk shit all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, just because, listen, I know I did my thing as a kid to my mom, and I probably, like, made her go through hell because of me. You know what I'm saying? And I apologize for that, Mom. I love you to death, and I appreciate everything you do for me and my son and my lady, and I appreciate you for that. And I'm sorry that I was an asshole as a kid, but at the same time, it's like, I'm preparing myself to my son to be an asshole to me. It's gonna happen, but I'm not gonna call my son a dick. I'm not gonna call my son a bitch. I'm not gonna treat my son disrespectfully. You know what I'm saying? He's acting out. And my job is to obviously correct him, make sure, like, understand what's going on, why he's acting out, what's going on. The majority of the time, the reason why he's mad is because he didn't get his way. Like, oh, he wants fucking treats. No, you didn't eat, so you're not gonna eat no treats. Like, what? You eat, you get dessert. That's pretty much how that goes in that situation. You know what I'm saying? But if my son tells me, like, hey, daddy, I need supplies for school, for a school project, why the fuck am I gonna tell my kid no? Like, tell your mom to do it, or, like, no. That's my son. It's my child. I got you, bro. It's for your education. It's for homework. It's homework. You know what I'm saying? Or if my son decides to play a sport or do an activity or be part of some type of club after school, whatever, I'm not gonna fucking tell them no. You know, I know it's hard. Like, back then, I'm sure it's probably the same now, but even back then, like, I had to walk to school, ride my bike, or take the bus. My mom had to go to work. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if you're, again, like, you gotta be like, all right, listen, or let's say the after school activity ends at like 5, and I'm at work. I don't get out of work till 5:30 or 6 o'clock. Hey man, I'm not gonna be able to pick you up at 5, at 5 or whatever time your event ends, but I'll be there. I'm not gonna be like, yo, what the fuck, man? This is taking this out of my way, out of my day. This is not just dirt. Like, shut the fuck up. At the end of the day, you have to give them the permission to do these certain activities after school, so you know what you're signing yourself up for. Again, making your child feel like they're fucking a hassle, making them feel like they're weight to you. Then why the fuck did you have a fucking kid then? You get what I'm saying? Like, no. You treat you show love and respect to your kids, man. Don't make them feel like shit. Because this is what's gonna happen. They're gonna feel alone. They're gonna feel like they have no support. And imagine if they can't even get the support from their own parents who brought them into this world. How else are they gonna be able to trust anybody else? So why do you think they end up thinking that way? Like, God damn, what is my life worth if my own fucking parents don't accept me or care for me when they're always talking down on me? Imagine, put yourself in their fucking shoes. Think like that for a second. And if you went through that shit, then you should know how the fuck it feels. And you should watch the shit that you say to your own fucking kids. This is why I'm telling you. It comes down to the fucking parents. Is how we parent our kids. And what we say to them. Yo, show them love. Care for them. If they're going through a problem, don't fucking... listen, we're adults. We have our own problems as it is. And just because our child is going through a situation, we shouldn't fucking push their shit aside because we got to go through our own shit. No. It's called life. We as adults have our own shit, and we also have to take care of our kids' shit too. So if that's too much for you to fucking handle, maybe you should have thought about that before you open your legs or before you stuck your fucking shit in between someone else's legs. That's all I gotta say. All I gotta say. But like I said, your kids need to be kids. Your kids need to enjoy their childhood. Okay? Again, if the boy is playing with Barbie dolls, let him play with it. If your daughter's playing with monster trucks, let her play with it. That's that. Don't fucking rip it out of their hands, making them feel like shit. That's when it starts. That's when it starts, where they start hiding these things. They start hiding things that they like because that incident.
Okay, now long story short, he got canceled for this tweet. He lost a brand deal that he had with Call of Duty, where he had a bundle that you could purchase in the Call of Duty shop that Activision decided to remove. They tweeted, "Due to recent events, we have removed the Nickmercs operator bundle from the Modern Warfare 2 and Warzone store. We are focused on celebrating Pride with our employees and our community." Alright, how about you celebrate these nuts? Nobody supports your decision. Your decision was horrible. This guy voiced his employees.
Yo. Bro, all I'm saying is, like I said, you're celebrating Pride with your employees and community. Let me tell you this. I guarantee you that some of your employees support Nickmercs. I guarantee you they support him and they feel the same way. So what the fuck are you gonna do? You're gonna fucking fire them? Because you can't do that. You can't do that. You can't. So again, like I said, this is not the only fucking community in the fucking world. Okay? This is not the only group of people in the fucking world. Alright? There's African Americans. There's Hispanics, Latinos, Indians. I mean, all types of nationality. Okay? That get treated differently, that get called names in your fucking chat lobbies, let alone that. So why aren't you not going after those people too who are making feel this other communities feel a certain way? Again, it don't bother me. I don't give a fuck. I've been playing Call of Duty for a long time. I didn't heard everything through chat. I've been called a spick. I've been called a wetback. I've been called whatever the fuck you want to call it. At the end of the day, it don't bother me. I don't give a fuck. I'm here to game. I'm here to talk shit. Who gives a fuck? Okay? But then now, if someone calls somebody a faggot, it's a fucking, oh, you're canceled. Or no, your account gets suspended or banned or whatever. It don't matter because you could just make a fucking new account. It doesn't matter. Okay? People are going to say things no matter fucking what. It doesn't matter. Okay? So again, like I said, if you guys care so much about this community, which I can guarantee you, you're not losing customers. You're not losing customers. I guarantee you that community, the majority of them do not play Call of Duty. Alright? They're too busy sucking dick. Alright? That's all I'm saying. Again, there's other people, a bigger community that buys your game, plays your game, promotes your game. You know, so y'all doing this more because of the employees that are part of that community. And another reason why y'all doing this for your employees is because if y'all treat them any differently, y'all are gonna get called out and y'all don't want to deal with the BS. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't want the embarrassment to be brought up. Whereas, like, again, if one person and an employee at any company, at any job, matter of fact, right? If they say that they were treated differently because of their sexuality, oh my God. Oh my God. The company is gonna do whatever the fuck they gotta do to squash this shit ASAP. And be like, no. We accept you. No, how do we treat you any different? They're gonna do whatever the fuck they gotta do. They'll get on their knees and suck dick to shut you up. Right? I guarantee you every company will do that. Every company will do that. Because they don't want this to be an issue. They know how big of a deal this is. But I guarantee you, if an African American was working for a company, let's just say a white-owned company, and they were treated differently, and they brought that up, the company would fire them. I mean, again, they could make it that person could make it a big deal, and they could. And the company doesn't want to deal with the BS or be embarrassed by it. So they either just like be like, you know what, we're going to let you go, or find a reason why they're going to let you go. But that's a thing too, you know. That's another thing. So again, it's not just that community, man. There's African Americans, is you know, like I hate saying minorities too. But I'm just saying, like, all types of nationality, all types of people, like, are probably feeling that way, where they're feeling treated differently in their own environment, in their own job place. And some jobs care and some jobs don't. But obviously Activision is a huge deal. You know what I'm saying? A huge platform, and they feel like if this was a big deal, if some of their employees were to talk about them and be like, yeah, we're being treated differently because of our sexuality, they feel like they're gonna lose a community that supports or buys their game. Like, no, you're not. That's what you guys are afraid of. Again, you can say you support everybody. You okay? There's nothing wrong with that. Like me, I support everybody too. I don't give a fuck. I don't care if you're a man, you like dick, or you're a chick that likes pussy. I don't care. It doesn't affect me. It doesn't bother me. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like, yo, y'all not the only motherfuckers, and y'all not the only community in this fucking world. You know what I'm saying? Y'all not the only people. There's other communities too that go through shit, that get treated differently because of the color of the skin, the way they talk, the way they speak, if they're fucking deaf, if they're fucking blind, like people with disabilities and shit. What the fuck? But what makes this fucking community so fucking powerful, so fucking Humongous. That gives them so much power. Like what?
And our community. Alright, how about you celebrate these nuts? Nobody supports your decision. Your decision was horrible. This guy voiced his opinion basically saying that kids shouldn't be exposed to sexual content, and you removed his Call of Duty bundle. Like, why? So that's basically what happened. Since then, there's a few updates that I'd like to share with you. Starting with the bad news, it doesn't look like Call of Duty is going back on their decision, at least yet. They haven't said like, oh, you know, we've heard feedback from the community and we've actually changed our mind. We're putting the Nickmercs operator bundle back in the shop effective immediately. It seems like, at least as of right now, that they're not going back on their decision. The other bad news, and I don't really consider this bad news, is just some of the reply to this is just absolutely outrageous. I only say that it's not bad news because, like, this always happens. You kind of have to expect it at this point. But, you know, you have these dishonest tabloids on Twitter basically saying, like, oh, if you support Nickmercs, you're homophobic, and that sort of stuff. This tweet
Listen.
reads, I stand with Nickmercs. Call of Duty has gone woke. Activision will not get my money again. Basically saying that, like, if you say these quotes, you look like, I don't know, like a middle-aged white dad Trump supporter. It's so funny because
I mean, listen. I have my glasses here. I would put them on too. I would have looked just like one of these motherfuckers. Listen, you're not homophobic. Okay? I'm not homophobic. Okay? I can say whatever the fuck I want. Listen, you come up to me and we could be friends or whatever, and you like dick, I don't like dick. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. But you're gay. So what? So what if you're gay? I don't care. That doesn't listen, if we end up being cool, we end up being cool. You don't need to surround yourself with me if you don't want to. If you don't like me, that's okay. I don't care. I'm not gonna fucking make a big deal out of it. So if there's people who don't like your choice of who you fucking with, first of all, you should just give a fuck. You shouldn't give a fuck about who cares about who you fuck with and who you do shit with. Like, you shouldn't give a fuck. That's where this community is like, yo, it's in the wrong, because it's like, yo, who gives a fuck on what the fuck you want to do? You do you. I'm gonna do me. It doesn't matter. Okay? So what? Because of that makes me homophobic? Like, what? No. Like, what the fuck? So if let's just say, right, I take my gay friend to play basketball, right? Or we're going to the park, right? I want to play basketball. But you know, I'm gonna be like, hey, I'm gonna go play some basketball. And just because I don't ask him to play basketball, am I homophobic for that? Obviously, yeah, in my head, I'm like, I know what he likes and what he doesn't like. I don't think he would like to play basketball. Or I know he doesn't like to play basketball. So if he reacts to me and be like, oh, what you think just because I'm gay, I don't like to play basketball? I'm like, nah, bro, I just never heard of you talk about basketball, never seen you. Or, I mean, you could have just been like, yeah, I'll play with you. It's that simple. It's that simple. But nah, but this is what y'all would fucking do. Y'all make this a bigger deal than what it really fucking is. That because I suck dick, I don't like basketball. Like what? Just because I just said I'm gonna go play ball. Oh, just because I didn't put out the invitation of, hey, come play basketball with me. Like that, like you're gonna make it a bigger deal than what it fucking is. Like, stop doing that. That's what y'all doing. That's what y'all doing, and then y'all make us feel like shit. Like, what the fuck did I do? I didn't do anything wrong. You know, I know that you don't like playing basketball. But that time that we go to the park and I'm gonna go play ball, and you're just gonna sit here, and just because I didn't tell you, hey, come play ball with me, now you all of a sudden gonna be like, oh, is it because I'm gay? Like, stop. See, that's when y'all just like make things bigger than what it fucking really is. You know what I'm saying? And then y'all flip it. I'll be like, see, you see how you treated me differently if you were with your boys. Aren't you a fucking boy? You're my boy. I just didn't know you like playing basketball. Or I didn't know that you would want to play basketball. Because of my sexuality. Like, yo, that's what would keep on going. Luckily, my friends aren't like that. I have a gay friend. He ain't like, I mean, I know he doesn't love sports for sure. For sure. And that's what I would have told him anyways. I'm like, bro, you don't like sports, so why the fuck would I even ask you to come with me to go play ball? He'd be like, nah, I understand that. That's how it should be. Especially you understand your friend, your buddy who is gay or not gay or whatever part of that community. It's an understanding. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't quickly just fucking assume that the reason why we didn't fucking ask you to do this with us is because we automatically thought, oh, because you are gay, that's why we didn't ask you to come and play ball with us or play football with us or do anything that only men do. Like, what? Like, stop over analyzing shit. Okay? That's it. And if it bothers you so much, have the fucking conversation. Speak up. We don't fucking read minds. Just like men in relationship with females. Like, females expect us to know every fucking thing. We don't know shit. We don't know what the fuck's going through your head. Speak up. Communicate. It's vice versa. It's the same shit. You know what I'm saying? Speak up. That's all I'm saying.
A Trump supporter. It's so funny because these people can't even criticize properly. Nobody in this picture with like the MAGA hat would even know who Nickmercs is. They don't play Call of Duty, they own real guns. These people are Second Amendment people who actually have like assault rifles. Someone responded to the clip of Dr. Disrespect uninstalling Call of Duty in support of Nickmercs by saying, for context, he called gay people pedophiles. And for even greater context, your dad left when you were young because that's not what happened. All he said was they should leave little children alone, referring to those trying to
see. And this is what I'm talking about. Like, and this is the thing with the internet, bro. Y'all over exaggerate shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, again, I didn't know exactly what happened with Nickmercs. All I know is that he said something, and then I know he just released the skin, and then they pulled it, whatever, right? I get all that. You know, I just don't know. I don't know exactly what happened. But all the guy said was, all I know is keep the kids out of it. That's all he said. That's all he said. And now you got this guy up here saying, for context, he called gay people pedophiles. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, not for nothing though. The majority of the pedophiles are dudes picking up on little boys. So I mean, based on what I've been watching and seeing, I don't see no fucking females being a predator for little boys or girls. Okay? So, yes, I'm going to agree with this. Well, not agree with the fact that he called them that, but the majority of the people that are pedophiles are gay. Are gay. And why? Is because these grown-ass men can't come out the fucking closet and be themselves because they're afraid of people talking about them or judging them or this and that, the third. So they fucking creep on little boys who don't know shit, who don't know what they like. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that. The majority of the pedophiles are men. You don't, like I said, I have not seen a woman on one of these videos fucking try to lure an underage kid. I have not seen it on video. And again, I've seen just nothing but dudes being mad creepy, being mad weird, creeping up on little girls or boys. I mean, obviously it's not, and you know what? I'm not even gonna say it's not happening. It is happening. It is happening. So parents out there, talk to your kids. You know, especially if they got a cell phone, access to computer, the internet, shit like that. Talk to your kids, man. Talk to your kids. And let them know, like, you know, like, watch who you're talking to. Or, you know, if you don't know this person, don't talk to them. Don't meet up with them. You know, don't send them pictures, nothing like that. You know, that's a conversation that we as adults or parents have to have with our kids. That's it. Simple as that, because we need to protect our kids from fucking pedophiles. Because we live in a sick world. We live in a fucking sick ass world. And guess what? It's been like that forever. The internet is just making it more easier for fucking sick fucks to creep on little kids. Kids having access to internet and shit, exposing them out there into the fucking internet world to fucking strangers and creeps and shit like that. So us as adults, as parents, is our job to protect them from shit like this. And then them sick motherfuckers, y'all just some sick creeps. Y'all need to stop doing what the fuck y'all doing. Listen, if you're gay and you like men, fucking find a man's dick. Stop trying to look for little kids, okay? And if you're a grown ass man, you can't fucking get a fucking woman. Stop fucking creeping on little girls. All right? Be a grown ass man and fucking learn how to fucking have a conversation with a woman. Or if not, matter of fact, do this, because this is exactly what the fuck y'all do. Since y'all know creeping on little girls is illegal and wrong and sick, y'all just fucking go on Twitch and watch these fucking females in a fucking two-piece, send them fucking hella money so they can talk to you. Those is exactly all those fucking people in those fucking lives are the fucking creeps. And guess what? Y'all throwing bags at these fucking females, and guess what? They're gonna continue doing that. So why don't you just live with that? You know what I'm saying? Guess what? Y'all not gonna be able to get an actual female if this is what the fuck y'all do. Y'all think hiding behind the screen, you know, throwing out cash and subbing and donating and shit like that, or buying them gifts and shit, you think that's anything? They don't give a fuck about you, bro. They only care about the money. That's it. So when they see your fucking name pop up, or that you donated, hey, you know, I don't even know, like 69324 my gummy. Oh my god, thank you so much for the donation, a $50 donation. Oh my god, thank you so much. How you doing, babes? Like, what, that makes you feel good about yourself? Like, yo, you're just a sick fuck who just can't get any pussy. If you're into women, if you're into dick, then listen, you can watch gay porn. I don't know. All I'm saying is, like, yo, there's other ways that you can find some type of interaction with people of your interest. But don't fuck, if you can't find somebody your age or older, don't fucking be even sicker and fucking find little kids. Like, what the fuck? Fuck's wrong with you? That's what I'm saying.
To push sexual content in front of children. Maybe those people did actually happen to be gay pedophiles. And if they are, well, then maybe Nickmercs should use his Call of Duty skills on them in real life. I don't support pedophiles. That's not something that I do. So that's the bad news, right?
Listen, I'm not saying, listen, I'm not even gonna say it. All I'm gonna say is this. I'm not saying these motherfuckers should die. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying we should go out there and fucking kill these sick fucks. Okay, I'm not saying that, because at the end of the day, they're human beings. If that was the case, then everybody in fucking jail would be dead. Because who knows what type of crimes these motherfuckers did. Okay, but we're not doing that. What are we doing? We send them to jail, they in jail, and that's that. Right? They're locked up. Fuck it. That's what we should do. Lock up these sick motherfuckers when they're creeping on fucking kids, when they're doing something illegal. Okay, but it's not illegal for dudes to be throwing cash to girls and shit like that. So, hey, fucking do that instead of fucking being a creep. You know what I'm saying? So, and the pedophiles are the people who are trying to pick on little kids. So, and again, I'm not saying we go out there and we fuck them up. I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is, like, yo, they get caught, they should get locked up, and that's it. And then guess what? I don't even think they get locked up for that long. I don't even know how long. But I'm just saying, get locked up, they get caught, then they get released again. They're gonna do the same shit again. It ain't gonna stop. So it doesn't even matter. It doesn't matter what we do. You know? They're gonna plead guilty, get I don't know how many years or whatever, this is that, the third. And then they're gonna come right back out, whether they learn from her or not, they're gonna do it again. Everything's so accessible. You got a fucking cell phone that can do everything pretty much. It's pretty much a computer in your hands. You know, they got apps where you can meet people. Or, you know, and then these kids be on these fucking apps too. So again, it's our job as parents to make sure that our kids aren't on these fucking apps.
Right, Activision sort of just staying silent and sort of keeping their decision as permanent, and Twitter just being Twitter, right? here's the good news. The good news is, I guess, the gay pedophiles or whatever that guy was talking about are taking an L, because since the removal of the Nickmercs bundle, there's been a large amount of support from other big names in gaming basically saying, alright, yo, cut it out with this whack-ass behavior. You are punishing a man for speaking nothing but pure 100% facts on the Twitter timeline. Starting first, we have FaZe Rain, who came forward and said, nah, that's up. And somebody who I think is a pretty big streamer, Tim the Tatman, said this on stream first, kind of being unsure on how he felt on the matter, but then surprised us with his take after this clip.
A lot of you saw what happened with Nick yesterday. So I'm gonna just say this at the front, man. I love Nick. I talked to him for about 30 minutes last night. I know him, bro. And I truly do not think he meant to hurt anyone with what he said.
When there's nothing holding you back, what would your thing be?
The best side hustle to start in 2022 is not by doing e-commerce, real estate, or writing blogs that...
It really, all I can say is this, man. Tatman Army, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. All right. We talked for a while last night, and he's doing all right. But that's all I can really say on it, man. That's all I'm really going to say on it.
As you can see in the clip, he's sort of fence riding.
Yeah, like, it's tough because, again, Tim, you know, like, he doesn't, not that he's afraid to say how he feels, but it's just like, what is there to say, man? And obviously now it's like we have to be careful with what the fuck we say. Again, I'm just saying, like, I'm just, you know, this is my opinion. This is my opinion on this certain situation. Again, I'm a nobody. I don't have anything going on, whatever this. I'm not worried about losing. I don't know what the fuck can I lose for this shit, okay? Hence the reason why I'm on fucking kick. Anyways, all I'm saying is it sucks that you have to watch what the fuck you say. You know, again, I know this doesn't hurt Nickmercs' bag. You know, they pulled his skin or whatever, or he said that they were gonna bring it back. Again, it doesn't matter if you bring it back or not, okay? But just the fact that you pulled it, it's like there's no point. Like, just fucking keep, like, Nickmercs doesn't care. He doesn't care. He's still making a bag regardless. You know what I'm saying? Now, again, at the end of the day, why we can't say whatever the fuck we want? We can't speak. We can't share our opinions. We can't fucking just tweet it in the air. And then that's the problem with tweeting shit. Is like people that follow or see that shit, they're gonna fucking boom. They're gonna attack you or want to say something in regards to that. Like, yo, who gives a fuck? Again, if you whatever you put out there on the internet, listen, people are gonna find it, people are gonna see it, and you gotta accept the way people are. People are gonna respond, people are gonna comment, people are gonna talk shit. At the end of the day, I guarantee you, like I said, I've watched Nickmercs a lot, and I feel like him and I are very, very similar when it comes to people just saying shit. It doesn't bother me. It doesn't affect me. I'm going to say whatever the fuck I want to say. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I don't care. What is Twitter for? To just fucking talk, to rant, or express your feelings or whatever. And then the people that fucking want to comment on it, they can comment on it. I don't give a fuck. It doesn't bother me. I don't care if you be like, oh my God, Vic, you shouldn't say that shit. But I did. And I already wrote it up. I already wrote it down. I already put it out there in the fucking world. I mean, I could delete my message. I could delete my comment. I could delete whatever the fuck I want. I don't care. I put it out there I don't care. That's how I felt. Who gives a fuck? So it's like, now what? Nickmercs had to take down that message because what? Fucking the whole, you know, not even the whole world, because a certain community is feeling some type of way, because Activision is feeling some type of way. Like, we don't care. I don't care. I'm sure Nickmercs doesn't care either. And again, he didn't say something to hurt that community. He was just saying, like, yo, pretty much let the kids be kids, man. Like, don't make it more, like, there's no need to make it harder, to make it more complicated for kids as they're growing up. It's bad enough they're probably going through things at home, and now we want to complicate it even more about sexuality. Like, no, leave it alone. Let the kids just learn what they're supposed to learn at school, and let them have fun. Let them play games. Let them be kids. That's it. And again, it comes down to the parents. It's up to us. You know what I'm saying? So, and the teachers should feel the same way too. The teacher shouldn't try to force this to be a class, you know, to teach about sexuality and shit. Listen, I think health class in high school, I think is probably the right time. You know, kids are still, again, even after high school, kids are still experimenting. They don't even know what the fuck they want to do or what type of career they want to have. They don't know. So just like they don't know if they fucking like dick or pussy, like, let them figure it out themselves. The teacher's not gonna fucking convince a kid, okay, well, let's see if you like dick. Let me give you my dick. Like, what? Or a female health teacher is not gonna be like, well, let me see if you like pussy. Let me show you my pussy. Like, what the fuck? No. We're not doing that. I'm just saying, like, it's up to the kids. When, again, I feel like when you have a relationship with somebody, that's when you should, you know, do things together. Whether if it's a man and man or a woman and a woman, it doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? But that's, again, that's not something that young kids should be doing anyways. You know, don't we want to stop fucking young teenage girls from having kids at a fucking 14, 15 years old? So what the fuck? How does it help? If we're, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, like, it's just like, it's something that's gonna be going on forever. It's never gonna stop.
He's not really saying, yo, what they did to Nickmercs was wrong, and I need to say something about it. He's just like, yeah, you know, like, I talked to him last night. That's all I can really say. And I can't lie, when I first saw this clip, I was disappointed. I was like, wow, this is just lame fence rider, centrist.
Which, again, listen, I got nothing against him. The Tap Man is whatever. He's just being cautious. You know, he's like, he doesn't want to say anything about this topic because, again, like, he doesn't want to offend anybody or say something that will offend somebody. So he's just being cautious, which is acceptable. But at the same time, it's like, we shouldn't feel that way. We shouldn't be afraid to speak about how we feel about certain topics. We shouldn't be afraid of that. Brackish, thank you for the follow. We shouldn't feel that way. We should be able to say how we should be able to express ourselves. Just like kids, if kids feel a certain way, they should be able to talk to us about whatever they're feeling, whatever they're going through, what their likes, what their dislikes are. Yo, just like that. So we should be able, as adults, even more so as adults, we should be able to express ourselves. And if we express ourselves and put the shit on the internet, understand that when you got a huge following, you might set some people off. Now, if you give it attention, that's on you. I wouldn't give it any attention if I had a huge following, and people would come in and be like, "Oh my God, Vic, I can't believe you said that." I mean, I said it. Again, if you're not fucking with it, you don't have to fuck with me no more. I don't care. I'm still gonna continue my life as it is. Again, I understand people get death threats and shit like that, but then why the fuck is that community taking it that far? Death threats? Oh my God, I'm gonna kill you because you're homophobic or because you don't like our community. Like, we're gonna kill you. Like, what the fuck? Then what about the African Americans? What about the Hispanics? What, should we go on fucking rampage and fucking start killing all the motherfuckers who talk shit about us and talked us down and shit like that? Like, what the fuck? We're just gonna go on a purge now? Because of a comment? Because we don't like your kind? Like, you know how many people say that? People say that all the time. So because you say you didn't like my kind, I'm gonna fucking kill you. Like, what? No. This ain't GTA. You know what I'm saying? So it's like fucking Nickmercs makes a comment and then all of a sudden he's getting shit on. Or people will be like, oh my God, you should have never said that. Oh my God, I don't like you. Oh my God, I'm gonna fucking kill you. Like, what? You're gonna fucking go out of your way to just go hurt somebody because they made a comment? Like, think about that. Like, put that into, like, in perspective. Like, it just visualize that shit. Oh my God, I just read something so keep the kids out of it. What the fuck you talking about, Nick? You don't support us? You know what? I'm gonna fucking kill you. Like, because of that? Bruh, just stop. Just stop. Just stop. Just stop. That's pathetic.
You know, lukewarm, I don't really have an opinion sort of thing. Especially because this guy's your friend. If you're calling him on the phone to talk about this stuff, like, you must be buddies to some extent. And to not stick your, neck out for your friend seemed a little whack and spineless.
I mean, I get it, but like I said, Tim was just being cautious of what he's saying. Don't get me wrong, like, Tim, just say how you really feel, but again, especially like Nickmercs just said one thing. He wasn't even just saying anything in particular about that community. All he said was just keep the kids out of it. And then all of a sudden y'all blew that shit up. Y'all made it into whoo. So Tim doesn't want to say anything because he doesn't want this community or the internet to rearrange his wording. You know what I'm saying? So he's just being cautious. He's just being like, you know what? It's not even worth it. I had a conversation with my boy. We talked about it and this and that. He's got my support and that's that. And Tim just asked for fucking Activision to just take his skin off too. If that's what you're going to do with Nick, you're going to do the same thing with me then. Fuck it. Because I got Nick's back. Because he didn't say anything wrong.
Well, I took that all back after seeing this tweet from Tim the Tatman, which honestly I think is a banger. He says, @Nickmercs has been my friend for years. We went in getting our COD operators together. It feels wrong for me to have mine and him no longer have his. In support of my friend, please remove the Tim the Tatman bundle.
So, again, he has Nickmercs back. You know what I'm saying? He didn't say anything wrong. The only thing that community will take by this and be like, oh my god, you're homophobic just like Nickmercs. Again, they're just gonna fucking just go by what Nickmercs said, and then now because he supports him, they're gonna be like, oh well, you must be just like him. Again, he didn't say anything wrong. He didn't say anything bad. He just said leave the kids out of it. That's that. Again, if you don't like his decision, don't fuck with him. Don't follow him. Unfollow him. That's it. No big fucking deal. Don't fucking make it worse and be like, oh my god, we're gonna kill him too. Like, what? So now we need to attack everybody who don't support the LGBTQ community? Like, what about the people who don't support Native Americans? What about the people that don't support African Americans? What about the people that don't support Hispanics, Indians, Asians? Like, what the fuck? What about that community? We gonna fucking attack them too?
At Call of Duty. That's what I'm talking about, bro. I love this energy, this loyalty, this fraternity, this brotherhood. Like, we're in it together, man. You know, if my friends aren't gonna be this loyal, then I don't want them, bro. This is what I'm talking about. Saying, if you wanna mess with my friend, you're messing with me too. And, dude, that's just cold. So at this point, the ball is in Activision's court. Are they going to triple down on this stance of being anti-Nickmercs and actually remove Tim the Tatman's bundle now? Or will they hopefully crack under this pressure and put Nickmercs bundle back in the store to sort of calm down this backlash? Trainwrecks TV, who I believe is the owner of Kick.com, the streaming platform, and a big
Hyundai Tucson versus Honda CR-V. Hyundai Tucson.
streamer himself says, F cancel culture. If the part of the internet that's going after mercs were the good guys, they'd teach and be patient even if their teachings are being questioned. The vocal minority who pretend that they are fighting for equality are just virtue signaling for clout. What they're doing here with this situation only sends people further down the rabbit hole and divides by putting people into an angry state void of logic and understanding. Political leaders and viewers coming after him know this and use these movements for their own gain, power, and advertisement. And I completely agree with this. Do you think punishing Nickmercs for his statement actually is going to make him rethink his statement? It's not like his bundle gets removed from the shop and then he instantly is like, oh, wait a second, everything I believe and the logic that backs those things that I believe actually do not make any sense, and I'm stupid. It is the same thing.
Yeah, like, yo, he's not gonna fucking change his mind. Oh my god, you're punishing me by pulling my skin or whatever the fuck it is. You're not hurting the guy. oh my God, let me change my mindset. Let me change the way I think because you're doing this to me. Listen, there's I guarantee you there's more than just Nick who thinks the same way. So how are you gonna punish everybody else? And again, you're only gonna punish him and the people that support him because of this community. Again, what about the other communities? What about the Native Americans, the African Americans, the Latinos, the Asians, the Indians? What about them? Why don't we're not gonna protect them too? Just like you're protecting this community? You get what I'm saying? So it's just like, again, you can't stop people from thinking whatever the fuck they want to think. You can't do that. Okay? Because now you're pretty much telling the way you think is wrong. No, the way you think is your own opinions, it's your own mind, it's your own shit. And you say it like it is. You say it with your chest. You say how you feel. Don't be influenced by something or someone or a company to deter you from the way you feel. Now, y'all can have a conversation. Y'all can have a debate. Y'all can be like, well, I don't agree with you on this because of this, that, and the third. The other person could say the same thing. It's just having a conversation. It's just communication. That's it. There's nothing wrong with that. Everybody has their own differences. That's what makes us people. This is what makes us interesting because we're all different in our own way. You know what I'm saying? We have our own personalities and shit like that. We don't always have to agree with or support with you. We don't have to. We can have different likes in opinions and shit, but we can still be cool. You know? And if you don't like my way of thinking, the way I talk, the way I speak, the way I feel about certain topics, hey, guess what? You can remove me from your circle, from your, from you. You can just remove me if that's the case. You could just tell me up front, be like, hey, yo, bro, listen, like, I know we're boys and shit like that, but listen, I support this community and you don't, so we're gonna have to cut ties. Listen, that's fine. Have the conversation. You know what I'm saying? And that's that. I definitely think this is something that needs to be a discussion for parents and kids, but then we are endangering kids who either don't have a safe home or parents who are just going to teach hate. I don't think Nick meant any harm by the tweet, and as a father, I can empathize with him, but I don't think he truly understands that not every parent is a good parent. And that, listen, Brackers, if you're still here, I said that earlier. I said it comes down to the parents, right? If our kid, let's just say, for example, I have a son. He's about to be 3 years old in a couple months. I have a son. If my son comes up to me and tells me he likes boys, I'm not gonna tell him no, oh my God, that's wrong. You're a sinner, or you're not gonna go to heaven, or that's no, no, just hey, he likes it, support him. You know what I'm saying? And that's it. If I have a daughter, and if she tells me, if my daughter tells me she likes girls, oh my God, no, like, or if she starts playing with monster trucks, oh my God, no, don't play with that. Only boys play with that. You're already implanting that in their mind, in that experience that they just went through with that interaction right there. They're gonna remember that shit, and then they're gonna start hiding things from you. Oh my God, I'm playing, I'm playing with this toy truck or monster truck in my room because my parents don't like me playing with this. So they're gonna start hiding shit. They can't feel that they're themselves around their parents, and this is the problem. We need to stop that. Because that's where it starts. Our kids can't even be themselves around their parents because their parents make them feel that way. You know what I'm saying? So I understand what you're saying. I completely agree with that. So again, if our kid comes up to us and says like, hey, they want to play with a toy, and yeah, obviously, like if a boy playing with Barbie dolls, hey, fuck it. It is what it is. If a girl wants to play with my shirts, it is what it is. Who gives a fuck? You're gonna make it worse if you start fucking fighting them on something that they're interested in, that they like. That's that. Don't fucking, again, if the kids can't feel protective and supportive at home, then this is where it starts, where they start hiding things from us. They start doing things behind our back. They start doing things and staying quiet to themselves until they feel like, what is my purpose in life if I can't even fucking express myself, if I can't even be myself, if I can't even play with monster trucks in my own home, where can I play with these toys at then? If I can't do it anywhere else because no one else accepts me. Imagine if my own fucking parents don't accept me, who will? And guess what happens? These kids start thinking the worst, trying to find a reason to live, and then guess what they do? Commit suicide. And I understand that this is what we're trying to prevent. I understand that. So again, parents, like I said, be understanding with your kids. Don't make them feel pressured down. Don't make them feel like shit. Support them in whatever it is that they're interested in. If they like a certain thing, fuck it. It is what it is. Don't, if you don't like it, shut the fuck up. It's not about you no more. It's about your kids. You know, and your kids need to feel protective and safe at home. If they don't feel that at home, guess what? They're gonna run away. They're gonna start doing shit. They're gonna find somebody. They're gonna find a fucking creep. They're gonna find a creep on these fucking apps, these pedophiles and shit, who are gonna show them what they've always been wanting. And is love, protection, security. And then before you know it, they're doing drugs. They're doing what they shouldn't be doing. They're with a weirdo. And who knows, man, with fucking crime and shit, they could be fucking kidnapped, fucking drugged up, and then fucking just dumped somewhere. And then they're dead. You know what I'm saying? So again, like, yes, I understand parents, again, like I said, it sucks that this is what it comes down to, where it's like, you know, Nick just made a comment and just said like, yo, leave the kids out of it. You know what I'm saying? So teachers, yes, leave the kids out of it. Parents, take care of your kids. Parents or guardians or older brothers and sisters who are, you know, taking care of their younger brothers and sisters, grandparents who are taking care of their grandkids, whoever, take care of your kids. Take care of the youth. Take care of these kids. So then they are not influenced by other people who aren't family, who aren't, and listen, I can't even say family because even family can backstab you in the back. So it's tough. But all I gotta say is, listen, if you give a fuck about kids, if you give a fuck about the youth, take care of them like if you wanted to be taken care of. You know what I'm saying? Because again, everybody's gone through shit in their lives. I get that. And maybe you had a bad experience and you wish it never happened, or you wish it didn't happen the way it happened. Protect these kids, man. Protect them from situations like that. Protect them from a situation where you had a bad experience with your parent or guardian. Protect them. If these kids don't have that protection, listen, I'm not saying be a fucking creepo. I'm just saying just protect these kids, protect the youth, and let them be kids, let them have fun. And if when they grow up, then they could decide if they, you know, what their sexuality is and experiment and shit like that once they're at an age. Because even when they reach that age where they're fucking 16, 17, and 18, they still experimenting even after that, and they still don't know. You know what I'm saying? And then they're gonna be adults. They have to figure out themselves again, just like we as adults figured out the way of life. Or even as you get older, you still don't even figure it out. There's no fucking instructions on how to live life. There's no fucking direction on which way to go in life. Like, we go as we go, and that's that.
Thing with deplatforming. If somebody says something that you disagree with, deplatforming them doesn't do anything to those ideas. When you cut off a man's tongue, you're not proving him wrong, you're only proving that you are scared of what he might say. Now, there are two more things that I would like to go over. One of them is good news, one of them is bad news. The good news is that right now there is almost kind of a mini boycott going on where people are uninstalling Call of Duty on their device. Now, I believe this was started by Dr. Disrespect, but it looks like Call of Duty is getting a little bit of like the Bud Light treatment, the Target treatment. There's like a boycott sort of thing going on where people are recording videos of themselves uninstalling Call of Duty on their device and posting it to Twitter.
So go.
And you can hear a kid in the background of that video. Maybe this gamer is a father who completely agrees with.
You know what's funny though, Brackish? Even if you uninstall it, you can still download it, I believe. Because isn't it like saved? I mean, I don't have it digitally downloaded. I have the disc. I mean, again, I'm not gonna fucking uninstall it. I barely play it anyways. I only play it with the boys whenever they're on. I barely play that shit anyways. It doesn't matter. But just because, you know, I play it doesn't mean I don't support Nick. At the end of the day, this is, for me, it's just something fun to do. I mean, it's not like my job. It's just something fun to do. That's what video games are for. It's just to have fun, right? That's all it should be about. It shouldn't be about anything else but having fun. It shouldn't get this deep, okay? And like I said before, like, yo, if you play Call of Duty, you're in the chat, and the majority of these people in this chat are toxic. They talking hella shit. You got people saying the N-word. You got people saying spick, wetback. You got people saying all types of shit. And they still continue to get to play this game. And we know Call of Duty's watching these people, or people report these people, and guess what? Yeah, they get their account suspended or banned or whatever. But guess what? They end up making a new account. So it doesn't even fucking matter. It doesn't matter. So it's just stupid. It's just stupid. I don't know, bro. It's just like, yo, you know, this is just a fucking game. It's just a fucking game, and we should all just be able to enjoy this game, have fun, and play. That's all we want. That's all we want to do. Like, people who watch Nickmercs, okay, are gonna continue. What the fuck just happened? Are gonna be people who are gonna continue to watch Nickmercs no matter what he plays. You know what I'm saying? And the people, if this is gonna start, people from not are gonna like, oh, we don't support Nick, so we're not gonna watch him no more. You know, like, oh, because Call of Duty, you know, like, uninstalled his skin, so we're gonna, now it's okay for us to play Call of Duty. Who the fuck is thinking like that? Who is thinking that like that? Oh, well, I'm not gonna play Call of Duty no more as long as they got Nickmercs skin on there. Nobody cares. People are still gonna play this. The people who support or don't support Nickmercs are gonna continue to play this game regardless. Okay, the people uninstalling it, they're eventually gonna install it back. You know, like, and if they don't install it, that's on them. It doesn't matter. You know, but of course, like, people who support Dr. Disrespect, well, if Dr. Disrespect did it, we're gonna do it too. We support Dr. Disrespect. You know, we support Nickmercs, so we're gonna do the exact same thing. Nickmercs, we got your back. Dr. Disrespect, we got your back. Tim the Tap Man, we got your back. I don't even think Tim. Yeah, I don't think Tim uninstalled it. He just told him to remove his skin. That's it. But he's gonna continue to play Call of Duty. Again, we're gonna continue to play these games because at the end of the day, this is just about having fun. There's a way for us to just game and enjoy video games. That's it. It shouldn't have never gotten this deep or at this far.
Nickmercs that maybe he wouldn't want his daughter or son to be exposed to sexual content. But yeah, people are protesting by posting videos of this. Or just not posting this at all, you know, kind of silently protesting, because at this point, it's not really even about Nickmercs. It is about standing up for your values and not bowing to cancel culture, you know, canceling cancel culture, literally. Oh, they're trying to cancel Nickmercs? Okay, delete your game, bye. This is also pretty cool. Rumble tweeted that they stand with Nickmercs. This is a big platform publicly saying, Nickmercs, we support you. So the way that I see it is Activision has three options here. They can add the Nickmercs bundle back into the shop, they can remove both the Nickmercs bundle and the Tim the Tatman bundle, or they can just stay silent and leave things as they are. But on the topic of cancel culture, the people who are anti-Nickmercs are going to some really disgusting lengths to, like, prove a point that Nickmercs is a bad person and he's a bigot by, get this, bringing up tweets from back in 2013. Like, dude, you've gotta be a total loser bum in order to do that. Bro's going all the way back to the time period when What Does the Fox Say came out in order to prove a point. Like, dude, you're pathetic. And by the way, it's not even like these tweets are even that damning. Like, you went fishing so far back to look for something on this guy, and the best you could find was like this mid tweet. All black people getting mad, shut the F up like you give an S.
bro, like, bro, this is what I'm saying, man. This is what I'm saying. Yo, even, I mean, listen, if you're part of my group, you know how I talk, how I say things. I don't give a fuck. I say how I feel. Like, listen, when I say, you know, why you such a fag or whatever, like, I don't mean that in like, listen, you take it as you want, okay? But the person I'm telling this to understands how I'm saying it and what I'm saying. Again, if they're offended by this shit, I'm hoping that they would tell me, be like, yo, bro, listen, like, you know, okay, fine, I'll stop saying it. Okay, calling you a fruit, calling you a bitch, calling you a slut. I mean, like, yo, people talk shit all the time. People say shit all the time. All he says, black people getting mad. Even calling somebody black could be something. You could say something about that. But again, people say this shit every fucking day. Even the fucking chat lobbies in your own fucking game, Call of Duty, your own chat lobby, be toxic as fuck if you want to fucking come at him for this shit. Someone went that far into his tweets 2013 to find this comment, and now people are gonna make this a big deal. Oh my god, he's racist. Bro, he's, first of all, he's not racist, okay? Neither am I, okay? Just because we call somebody black, listen, they're fucking black. How does that make us racist? We don't know what, like, African American. Like, if we pinpoint that out, that makes us racist. Oh my god, you're white. Oh my god, you're racist for calling me white. I'm motherfucking out. That's what you are. The fuck? I'm not gonna come over here and ask you, hey, what's your fucking nationality? So I can you know, call you by that, or be like, hey, you're a fucking, I don't know, whatever the fuck you are. Like, who gives a fuck? Who fucking cares? Again, people say shit all the time. It could be mildly bad. It could be very bad. Like, you can fucking grade it however you want. It doesn't matter. Shit talking is shit talking. Talking, you know, like, it doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? Gay, faggot, queer, fruit. I mean, doesn't it all mean the same shit? But I'm sure there's levels to that. Like, oh no, fruit is not that bad as gay. Gay is not as bad as queer. Queer is not as bad as faggot. Like, I mean, y'all can grade it as whatever way you want. You know what it fucking means at the end of the day. But black is just another fucking word. You know what I'm saying? But if you say the N-word, oh my god, that's whoo. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. He was 22 when he posted that. I think the tweet was distasteful, though, cause he tweeted it after George Zimmerman got away with murdering Trayvon Martin. You know what I'm saying? But why are we not talking about that? Because it's over, done, and dealt with. You know, that situation with Zimmerman and Martin. Or what about George Floyd? You know what I'm saying? Like, again, yeah, the cop, you know, let's first of all, like, you didn't have to do all that, you know, like, and then that's why we have the situation where we're not standing up for the flag, because we haven't solved this problem. You know, and again, this is gonna be an everyday thing. This is never gonna go away. This is it's just a situation that's never gonna go away. Racism is never gonna go away. People judge people every day. That is not gonna go away. We can't stop people from thinking or judging people point blank, period.
Like, bro, if you're gonna go this far back in time, if you don't return with gold, your trip was a waste. This tweet is absolutely, it doesn't do anything, like nobody got exposed. This response may be the worst thing I've ever read. For the "it's been 10 years people," notice that he is still telling minority social groups how to feel about their own experiences, bro. Okay, there's a difference between talking about black people and talking about pedophiles. Yes, both of them are minority groups, but I'd say one of them is probably worse. I don't know, man. I feel like the majority of this discourse is like kind of mind-numbing. I really do feel like the people that are against Nickmercs are failing to make coherent points at every single turn. But yeah, it's a bit exhausting, so I'm gonna wrap this video up here. Let me know what you guys think about this down in the comments below. I'll be reading some of them. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Follow my social medias, links are all down below, and comment down bagel if you made it to the end of the video. I'll see you guys next.
Listen, all I gotta say is this. we listen, we say shit, we talk shit all the time. Depending on the group of people that you're around, obviously you gotta know your audience, I guess, right? You gotta know your friends. Like you may talk a certain way at home, you may talk differently at work, at school, around your peers and shit like that. When you put things on the internet, especially when you're big like Nickmercs and you got a following, you gotta be. I mean, not that you gotta be careful. Listen, you can say whatever the fuck you want to say. Just understand, like, there's people that may not like or agree with what you're saying, so they might say something. They might comment about it or whatever. Again, I feel like this doesn't bother Nickmercs at all. Okay, because I'm the same way. You can say whatever the fuck you want to say about me. It's not gonna bother me. It's not gonna affect me. I'm gonna still continue to move on with my life. You know what I'm saying? Now, I guess when it comes to the point where you're like threatening me, like you're about to kill me or shit like that, that's over the top. Like, that's uncalled for. Just because I have an opinion. If that's the case, why don't African Americans go after people who are racist to them or treat them differently? Or why don't the minority groups go after people who treat them differently? If that's the case, if that's what we're gonna fucking do now, is just fucking threaten people and attack them, then that's what's gonna happen. But we don't do that. I don't do that. I'm not gonna attack somebody because they fucking call me a wetback or a spick. Black people aren't doing that. African Americans aren't doing that because they're getting called the N-word or being called black. But this community gets fucking butthurt because fucking Nickmercs just said leave the kids out of it, and now all of a sudden you want to threaten him or attack him or shit like that. Like, what? Like, shut the fuck up. Just shut the fuck up, okay? Because if that's the case, everybody should feel the same way when they're getting treated the way they get treated, okay? People get talked down on, people get talked shit on, people get beat on, people get bullied all the time. Okay? So what? It's life. It happens. We need to learn from it and find help and find support, and it starts with home. It starts with the people we have around us. Our parents. Our parents are supposed to take care of us. If our parents aren't around, older brothers and sisters. If they're not around, grandparents. If our grandparents not around, our uncle. If they're not around, friends. You have to have friends. If you don't have friends, listen, social workers, those people who are social workers, we're trusting them to be social workers and counselors and give a shit about our kids and our youth. Okay? There's people out there who give a fuck about people or our kids and our youth and are there to take care and will take care of them. But we have to be careful. We have to be careful. So anyways, I'm gonna leave it at that. Like I said, for those who are here, I appreciate each and every one of y'all. You know, listen, if y'all got thoughts and opinions, listen, I support y'all. I support whatever y'all feel, whatever y'all opinions, shit like that. I'm not here coming on here saying like, you know, fuck that community. I'm not saying that at all. I respect everybody. I respect every community. I don't give a fuck. At the end of the day, everybody has their own opinions. I feel like you should just live your life and not give a fuck about what people say. Live your life. Surround yourself with groups of people who support you, who care about you, and keep it moving, keep it pushing, and understand like you're gonna come across people who don't like you. Don't pay no mind or attention. Don't let it affect you. And again, I guess somebody might come and say, "Oh, it's easier for you to say that." Listen, maybe, I guess, because I didn't go through what you went through as you grew up as a kid. But listen, at the end of the day, I have my own life. I have my own struggles as a kid. I've been through my own shit. And you see me keep pushing. Okay? I have a son now, and I'm going to make sure he's good and he's pushing. I'm going to make sure he's well taken care of and he's got my support. If he tells me he likes something, he likes it. I support him in that. That's that. I don't need a fucking teacher telling my kid what or not to like. Sexually at that. I don't think it's the teacher's right to do that. I think they're at the age of understanding what the fuck our shits are, naked, you know, like, you know, and that's that. That's that. We leave it at that. So that's all I gotta say, you know? That's all I gotta say. You know, it sucks that video games can't just be a fucking video game anymore. You can't just fucking have fun and just play. Now it comes down to fucking the community that they support. So because they support this community or have their backs, now we can't even say fucking shit. It's fucking stupid. So, anyways, I'm gonna end it like that. I'm gonna end it right there, bro. I'm gonna end it right there because it's just annoying. That's not what teachers are doing, though. They're just letting kids know that there are different types of people in the world, and it's okay. It also helps prevent bullying in schools. It's not gonna stop bullying, bro. It's not gonna stop. It's not gonna stop. Because we can express about, we can talk about, sex and like now, well, a boy, if a boy feels like he's a girl, he's not a boy, he's a girl. Like it's just, come on, man. Kids are, it's already bad enough. Like they got so much to learn, so much to deal with at home, at school, trying to fit in, trying to be, they're just trying to fit in. Again, listen, fat kids are gonna get bullied. Skinny kids are gonna get bullied. If you're a certain color, you're gonna get bullied. The shoes that you're wearing, the pants that you're wearing, the shirts, the hat, like your hair, your face, how big your ears are, like the backpack that you have, like the type of brands that you're wearing. Like if you're wearing if you're rocking Payless shoes, like you're gonna be made fun of, because I used to wear Payless shoes. But I'm just saying, like, I didn't really bother me. But I'm just saying, you're gonna get bullied for any little thing. Any little thing. So I understand people are gonna get bullied because of the way you talk, the way you speak. If you're a boy and you speak feminist, you're gonna get bullied for that. Or even if you're a girl and you got a deep voice and shit like that, you're gonna get bullied for that. Like, yo, we're gonna get bullied regardless. Regardless. You know what I'm saying? I just think that, teaching our kids about sexuality and being exposed to that at a young age, I don't think it's necessary. I don't think it's needed, is what I'm saying. I just say let the kids develop themselves, and that's that. If they like a certain thing, okay, they like a certain thing. Us as parents or guardians support them. That's it. If they're getting bullied at school, then just understand, listen, we need to make our kids feel that they can talk to us. If you don't want them going to somebody else and getting advice from somebody else, then be there for them, is what I'm trying to say. And hopefully that makes sense. Again, if we raise our kids to respect others and not treat them any differently because of the way they look, the way they talk, the way they speak, or because they're from a different nationality or whatever, we're going to be fine. We're going to be okay. Okay? But it starts with us, because they're going to follow us. They see how we treat others. They're going to do the exact same thing. They're going to hear what we're saying about these people. They're going to say the same thing. And then they're going to tell their friends, their buddies, and then their buddies are going to do the same thing. It's just, again, we have to set the tone. We got to set the example. If we don't want the teachers to set that example for our kids, then hey, that's when we need to step in and do that. And hopefully that makes sense. If that still doesn't make sense, I apologize. I'm just speaking my own opinions, my own thought, my own process of how I think things should be, or how things should be handled. And if we don't want someone else to influence our kids, then we need to be those parents and protect our kids and influence our kids, and influence them in a positive way, not in a negative way. If they like a certain thing, and just because we don't like it, we shouldn't put that on them. Hey, I don't like that you're playing with this toy. Or hey, I don't like that you like boys. Or hey, I don't like that you like girls. No, we don't do that. They have to, because then they're gonna start hiding shit, and then they're just not gonna want to talk to us no more, and then they're just gonna push us away, and then problems are gonna happen. They're gonna run away. They're gonna find somebody else. Drugs, alcohol, creeps, strangers. Like, listen, the worst is gonna happen. So I'm hoping that makes sense. I'm hoping people understand what I'm trying to say and trying to get at. Makes sense. Issue though, there's a lot of shit parents out there. Had I exclusively listened to my mom, I probably would have ended up racist, homophobic. School helped me become more open-minded. Like I said, there are parents that, is shot, by the way, she's learning. And like I said, I understand what you're saying. I completely understand. Nah, we can't. If we follow our parents or our guardians' footsteps, and then yeah, we might be racist or homophobic. I get that. And maybe, like you said, school helped you become more open-minded. Like I said, I'm not gonna say all teachers give a fuck. Okay, But I listen, I can't trust anybody but myself. Okay? And and there's parents like that who are set in their own ways and are gonna raise their kids the way they want to. And that's on that. Again, teachers can't change that. Teachers can't come to their students' houses and change the parents' way of thinking. They can't do that. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, the kid is either gonna continue to do as what their parents are saying, and yes, I get it. Some parents might be strict and they could be religion or religious and follow you know religious ways, and unfortunately the kid will follow that way as well. But I'm just saying, I feel like if a kid is not confused, and what I mean by confused is like if they feel like like they're a boy and they like boys, you know and their parents are making them feel like they're in the wrong, then that's the problem. That's a problem. We need to understand, be supportive of our kids. Don't make them feel like, don't put them down and shit like that. Because then, a teacher might come in and play that role and be like, oh, it's okay. But I'm not saying all teachers like this. I'm just saying, like, listen, I'm going by what I watched. I watched a YouTube video of these guys who catch predators, of people, of these adults trying to meet up with 14 and underage kids. And this guy came and obviously it was a trap, and he was a fucking teacher. Okay? I'm not saying all teachers are like that. All I'm saying is we don't know who we can trust. We don't know everybody's intentions. Okay? I'm again, like I'm saying, I guarantee you there's teachers out there who want to be teachers, who care about the students, who want nothing but the best for these students. And that's awesome. That's amazing. All I'm saying is we don't know the intentions. You know what I'm saying? Especially if there's a teacher who was just caught by trying to meet up with underage kids, and he's around kids, like, hello, you know what I'm saying? We don't know the type of people. We don't know these teachers. You know what I'm saying? We don't know the shit that, we don't know their oh my God. We don't know what they really want. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't know what they're trying to do at the end of the day, I guess. We, like I said, we just gotta protect our kids, and teachers should be protecting students. I've done a couple lives on TikTok, and some of the people be like, even the teachers don't care. They just stand there and watch us get bullied and shit like that. All pedos need to be chemically castrated. It don't matter if they're on the spectrum or not. My take. Listen, I'm not saying nothing. Like I said, I'm not gonna go. Listen, this is what they get locked up for. It's what they get locked up for. If they get caught. But again, this is the world that we live in. We have sick motherfuckers out there. We got creeps. And if you're a parent, your job is to protect your child and kid. And if your child cannot feel protected at their own home, then they're gonna look for protection elsewhere. And hopefully elsewhere is not with a fucking creep, stranger. So, it all starts with home. It all starts with home. So, like like you just shared with me, like, if you would have continued, that route, you would have been racist or homophobic or whatever. And then, teachers helped you be a little bit open-minded and shit like that. And then from there, as as we get older, like, we become more open-minded, and our job is to, like, share that with our parents and help them understand too. Like, listen, it's not all, like, it's not all bad. It's not a bad thing. There's nothing wrong with, meeting different people from all over the world, or from, like, listen, people come on all shapes, sizes, and colors and shit like that. And I think we learn that as when we're in school. We see, all different types of people, all different types of kids, all from all over the world. You know what I'm saying? And us as kids, we don't know. You know what I'm saying? So and we just look at them as just kids. I mean, they just, oh my god, we're the same height. Oh my god, oh, you play basketball, I play basketball. Like during recess, oh my god, you like to hop, or hop, whatever. Oh my god, whatever the fuck, or you like to play marbles or tic-tac-toe or whatever the fuck. Like y'all find things that y'all like when y'all see these things. You know what I'm saying? Just because they're a different color skin than you, but they like the same activity that you're doing during recess. Like it's just, that's how, then we start like building a bond or a relationship or a friendship, and we go from there. But anyways, I know I was gonna end, what I'm saying, questions or comments and stuff like that, just keep me going. But like I said, I appreciate each and every one of y'all for coming through. I appreciate y'all sharing y'all thoughts and opinions and shit like that. I mean, I know this is a touchy subject, not that I really like it or enjoy it, but I know it's something that needs to be talked about, and people should be able to express themselves and talk about how they feel and shit like that. And it's just something I just wanted to, I guess, talk about, share, and hear people's thoughts and opinions on shit. And I might get shit for it. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. At the end of the day, I'm still gonna say and think and feel the way I feel. It doesn't matter. I'm just saying, like, it just sucks that this. Listen, a guy can't express himself, and he's part of a community, and listen, man, let's video games be video games, bro. Like, it doesn't need to get this far into deep. Let's just have fun and talk shit. Like, people do it all the time. Why stop now? That's all I gotta say.